Meteorologist Danielle Noyes here for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network with an update on the damage that was surveyed on Monday by the National Weather Service. They have confirmed 5 tornadoes touched down in Massachusetts on Saturday. They were all rated EF1s with peak wind speeds ranging from 94 to 104 miles per hour. 2 separate tornadoes touched down in Paxton. The longest was in Stow, 2.38 miles long. 2 additional tornadoes in Berlin, Mass. and Holden, Massachusetts as well. Big thank you to the National Weather Service and the Skywarn Spotter Network for all of your hard work. Now, how are tornadoes rated? By the EF scale, the Enhanced Fujita scale. From 0 to 5, 0 the weakest, 5 the strongest, with wind speeds over 200 miles per hour, and some of the types of damage that can occur. So all of these, again, in the EF1 rating of 86 to 110 miles per hour. That's the general wind speeds, but again, we saw 94 to 104 mile per hour wind speeds. Maybe you were watching our severe weather coverage on Saturday on our stream. Continuous weather anytime, anywhere. Smart TV, open up the YouTube app, search 1 Degree Outside Network. You can watch it that way, always at 1degreeoutside.live and at the top of our free weather app as well. All right, let's dive into what's going on across the country. Stationary boundary from the Midwest into the Central Plains will spark a few thunderstorms there. We've got a front that's offshore. It's been sitting here for days, little waves of low pressure traveling along it. This one coming off the Carolina coastline for Wednesday will come close enough that it brings some moisture into New England. We'll talk about that in a second. Some downpours, thunderstorms across the Sunshine State over the next several days with that wave of low pressure and kind of the tail end of that cold front. And also some unsettled weather from the Pacific Northwest into the Intermountain West with showers and downpours and some localized flooding potential there. Otherwise, we get a new area of high pressure that builds in for the end of the week and into the start of the weekend. More on that in a second. Let's time things out for our Wednesday. Some showers. You notice the greatest risk, Connecticut, the South Coast to Cape Cod, Wednesday morning until about the afternoon. Notice the farther north you go. It's actually a beautiful day in far northern New England with temperatures running in the 60s to lower 70s. A couple of showers may come either side of the Mass Turnpike. Again, it's not going to ruin the day. Steadiest rain, outer Cape back down to Nantucket. You are closest to that wave of low pressure. So it is kind of a gloomy day for the south coast of the Cape with some periodic showers, temperatures running in the 60s for our Wednesday, where the sun's out will be in the lower 70s. Lingering shower right on through our Wednesday evening, maybe a sprinkle or a stray shower farther north and west than that, but it shouldn't ruin any after-school activities for the kiddos or any sports after school. By Wednesday night, a stray shower and some low clouds, and then these depart. By the time we get to Thursday, sunshine out in a lot of spots, and will be warmer. Temperatures going well into the 70s on Thursday. Another cold front coming in, but not a lot of moisture with it. So I can't rule out maybe a stray shower or sprinkle as this front comes by Thursday afternoon to early evening. Notice a couple little green blips on the map. That's not going to ruin any outdoor plans either. Just be aware of the fact that when you see the clouds coming in, oh, that's the cold front. And that spells some cooler air that will be reinforced again for the end of the week as that high builds out of eastern Canada. The wind around it clockwise, so comes in off the ocean. That will keep us around or just below average for the end of the week and the start of the weekend, but no wet weather to worry about. Friday and Saturday, still some high thin clouds in far southeastern New England. And then there is a disturbance that we're going to be watching coming out of eastern Canada Saturday night into Sunday. Little uncertain in terms of the exact timing, but the bottom line is there may be a few showers around on Sunday, and that's something we'll watch closely. If you look at the upper level pattern, that kind of supports it as well. Friday, we got this upper level low down to our south, but what happens here for the start of the weekend is we get this energy coming out of the Great Lakes. It's actually a little bit over us on Saturday, so that's why, yes, it looks mostly dry, but I can't rule out a stray shower. No washouts by any means. And then this upper low does swing through us. You notice by the time we get to Sunday, not a ton of energy, these deeper yellows or oranges in here, but there is some that's going to swing through. So the greatest risk of a shower looks to be across western or northern New England, but we put it at about a 30 to 40% chance. Don't be surprised if this number fluctuates just a little bit for the Sunday percent chance of precipitation in terms of some scattered showers coming in. You'll see that in the 14-day forecast too, right in our app. It's free, 5 stars. If you already have our app, thank you for downloading it. Go to app.onedegreeoutside.com in terms of some tricks and tips on how to best use our app as well. All right, high temperatures for Wednesday, 70s north, but 60s south with the thicker clouds. And again, those scattered showers along the south coast, some of them that may lift a little farther north during the afternoon. Still a spot shower, some drizzle possible for Wednesday night in southern New England. Farther to the north, where we have clear skies, will be in the 40s, but most of us 50s under that cloud cover to near 60 on Cape Cod. We clear those skies out by the time we get to early Thursday, and we'll be 72 to 78 for most of us. Some spots may touch 80 on Thursday afternoon. The wind generally out of the southwest will shift around behind that cold front as it comes in. And then Friday, we knock it back a bit in terms of the temperature, right around 70 at the coast, into the low to mid 70s inland with sunshine, few clouds in northern New England. Meanwhile, quick look at the tropics. That disturbance we took a look at yesterday that looked fairly decent. I told you it was going to be running into some of that drier air and the dust, and look, it's much smaller today. Several other waves coming off the west coast of Africa. We'll keep an eye on it, but no signs of any development in the next 3 to 7 days. Meanwhile, tropical storm Kiko is going to pass safely north of the Hawaiian Islands. So the wind core is likely to stay offshore and some of the rain as well. The biggest issue will be wave action over the next several days and rip currents, 10 to 15 foot breaking waves in Hawaii. You know, the surfers are loving it out there, but definitely some extreme caution going to be used as you're entering the water. If you like our content, you can get more as a member. We've got 4 different membership levels. Support Real Science, the 1 Degree Outside mission. We appreciate each and every one of you that signed up. All the info is at membership.onedegreeoutside.com.